Chapter 5, Lesson 7. Looking at statistics, scatter plots, lines of best fit. So basically, here's the deal. You're in science class, you're in math class, you're in social studies class. You have a bunch of information. You want to know, does it make any sense? Is there a relationship between the x and y's? You have three basic scenarios. You have the positive correlation. Looks like this. As x increases, y does as well. In other words, the longer you work, so here's the hours that you're working, the more money you make. Here's a negative correlation. As x increases, y decreases. The longer you shop, the less money you have. And then there's the no correlation. An example could be the age you are and your weight. It has nothing to do with it. So, those are the three different types of situations that you can come into. Now, what I want you to try to think about is, I'll give you a couple examples. Situation 1. The number of cars on a freeway and the amount of time for a commute. So I want you to think about this. Visualize this on a graph. Here is the number of cars. Here's time. If you have a lot of cars, that's going to be over here. How much time is it going to take you to get to a new place? It's going to take you a lot of time. If you have no cars, how much time? Well, it's going to take you very little. So you're going to end up with a graph that looks like this. The more cars, the more time. All right, number 2. A person's weight versus the number of siblings they have. Siblings means brothers or sisters. Obviously, that's one of these scenarios. There's no relationship between them at all. Example number 2, page number 2. Explain whether a scatter plot for each pair of variables would probably show a positive, negative, or a no correlation. Number 3, the number of extracurricular activities and the amount of free time. In other words, the number of things you do versus how much free time you have. If you do more activities, what happens to your free time? It goes down. All right, so that's going to be, if you look at a graph, that's going to be like number 7. That's going to be a negative correlation. Number 5, the amount of time concert tickets are on sale and the number of tickets left. So that's also going to be a number 7. Because the longer they go on sale, the fewer tickets there are left, hopefully. All right. For numbers 6, 7, and 8, determine whether a line of fit should be drawn for each set of data. Obviously, number 6, there is no correlation. Number 7, we already talked about it. This is a negative correlation. And number 8, yes, that's a positive correlation. All right, number 8. Number 9. What type of correlation is there between the number of hours spent talking, long distance on the phone, and how much you have to pay? So in other words, here's your graph. Here's hours. Here's money. You understand that here is 0. So if you talk 0 hours, you pay $0. If you talk a lot of hours, you're over here. How much money do you have to pay? You're going to be up here somewhere. It's going to be one of these graphs. So as x increases, y increases. We know that to be a positive correlation.